Syndrome Aiden Pierce is back.
Phone's burnt, make it quick.
I'm like your one friend, Aiden. You should be nicer to me.
Great, I'm hanging up now.
It's a job, jackass. Fix your gig. I can't take it. Travel restrictions.
I told you I'm not doing that hired gun work anymore.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So Ubisoft has been super sketch lately. They've gone way down in my book, but this recent Watch Dogs DLC was some of the best content this company has produced in quite a while, in my opinion. So let's take a deep dive into Bloodlines.
Get in, get the evidence, get out.
So Watch Dogs Legion came out last year, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of the year for me because I really like this series. I liked Watch Dogs 1 when it came out back in the day. I'm a big fan of Aiden Pierce. I know people despise this character, but I'm always down for a vengeful anti-hero avenging his family. One of my favorite tropes in the biz. So the main problem with Watch Dogs Legion that I had was that there was no central character. So it was really hard for me to get attached to the story, to get attached to the characters. It just didn't hit me hard. And the good thing about Bloodlines is not only does it have Aiden Pierce from the original Watch Dogs, but it has Wrench from Watch Dogs 2, one of my favorite games ever. Watch Dogs 2, don't skip it. Marcus for the win. PSA, play it, don't skip.
Now you're alone. This isn't a DedSec op, is it?
Yeah, well, I grew out of DedSec ops a long time ago.
So by having Aiden and Wrench as the central focus, not only do we get a more focused narrative, but we get these callbacks. We catch up with these characters that have been gone for a while. There are some other surprises that I'm not gonna spoil, some callbacks and some nods, if you will, but just having these characters to follow really helped me enjoy Watch Dogs Legion Bloodlines.
All I need is that little device stolen by your partner. The one in the stupid mask?
I don't know that guy.
So I mentioned that you can play as both Aiden and Wrench, and what I really like is that they each have their own abilities. Watch Dogs 2 and Legion, you play as DedSec, so there's always this vibe of like not wanting to really kill anyone because we're DedSec, we're trying to right the wrongs, we're trying to be good, save the world. But now that we're back in the shoes of Aiden Pierce, it's like Trevor Phillips vibes, guns blazing, kill everyone that gets in his way, it doesn't even matter.
Drones deployed to arrest the suspect.
And it was a really nice balance because then obviously when you switch to Wrench, you know, you're not as bloodthirsty as Aiden. So there is that nice balance of playing guns blazing as Aiden, but then more stealthily and non-lethally as Wrench. And this DLC was $15, but I honestly think it's justified. There are a ton of cutscenes. This whole thing took me like 10 hours, so this is a really meaty expansion. Like I said, tons of cutscenes, tons of missions. A lot of the missions, the majority of them though, are side missions that really pad out the experience. They're meaningful side missions. You get a lot of good upgrades. You learn about, you know, DedSec and London before the events of Watch Dogs Legion. Bloodlines takes place before that. So just with having two characters and earning the slow drip of upgrades and kind of learning about London before Legion, it was just a really nice dopamine loop. So if you like Watch Dogs and you like that gameplay, I can easily recommend Bloodlines.
Then I'm done here.
Intruder alert!
It's not to say it's all good. There's still some really bad jokes. I didn't like the way they handled something at the end. I can't really get into that because it's spoilery. There are some really good nods though. There's something I want to spoil so bad. I'm surprised there's not a Kotaku article about this already spoiling it. They're so good at that. I really want to spoil it, but I'm not going to. But again, if you're curious about Watch Dogs or these characters, even if Legion wasn't your favorite, it wasn't my favorite either, but Bloodlines I enjoyed more than the entirety of Legion. So if you're curious, I recommend.
Take the power back.
Pursuing the suspect.
So that's it for the episode. It was nice to see Aiden Pierce and Wrench back in action. This is a world I find myself caring about. I don't know why. I just like the hard-boiled bleakness of the Watch Dogs universe. It is a very cynical game and very cynical of society and people in power. It just speaks to me. I love it. We are Easy Allies. Check us out on YouTube, Twitch, Patreon, all that good stuff. Like and subscribe, mash all those buttons. And until then, we'll see you next time. Love and respect.